Welcome to a new episode. In this episode I've got to start off, obviously last episode I finished putting all those panels on. I haven't done anything for a couple of weekends, possibly 2 or 3. I'm not far ahead with the filming. I've noticed when I've done the inner wings here that one of them's a bit further forward than the other one, so I have to look at making this one look a bit further forward. I don't know how I'm going to do that yet, but also when I was talking about the tabs in here and the bonnet stand, I think the what's it called, you know, the computer system thing. So I think it goes on here, so I think it slides into there and it bolts onto there and bolts onto there, and it sits around here, a little box, but I can't remember what its name is. So I'm gonna have to find that. Those are fantastic. These boxes here, everything dry, everything's dry. All the seats are in there, dry. They've been in here since 2021. Fantastic things from B&Q, recommended. These heavy duty boxes I got from Tesco, tenner each. I think that were 15 because that's a bit bigger. Tenner each, fantastic. I've even got some up at top at decking that I've got, and they're outside. Fantastic, nothing leaks in, rain, nothing. And what I've got to do as well, I've got to find one of these. I dropped the thing a few weeks ago and it snapped it, or gutted. So I've got to get myself another one of those. Oh, I haven't got a clue how this goes in here. I'll have to look at pictures. Right, I've just had 10 minutes. I'm trying to find the bracket for the ECU unit. I can't find it. I haven't got a clue what I've done with it, so I may have to get a new one if they sell it. So I've took that wing back off. I didn't do it on camera, and I've got that sort of a gap there. It still needs to come over, but the only thing that's stopping it is this here. I can't get, because this little bit of metal here probably just wants coming off a bit so that I can bring it in. That line there looks really straight. That line there looks like it's bent to me. I haven't had a plate this side, so I've still got the tape up that side, obviously. But to me, when you look down there, that line looks bent, whereas down there, that line looks straight. I haven't got a clue why that is. I don't know whether you'll be able to see this, so let me just get a torch on job. So when you look down there, that line looks bent. The line looks straight there. You see how tight it comes into there? It comes in really tight there and then comes out. It's as if it's coming that way. But it's as if these here are just in the way a bit. I've been thinking about it over the past couple of weeks. I haven't done anything. When you look inside here, so when you look how tight that is, so you're looking at the inner wing to the front panel, looks really nice. And then you look at this side, it looks different. So I'm not really that sure. My back's playing up today, so I can't find that thing, and I'm getting a bit annoyed. So I'm not going to do anything today. I was going to do some work today, but I'm just not in my frame of mind. I'm glad I've just spent 5 minutes just doing that to see where it is. I still need it to come in. It looks a bit. Let me just turn this torch off. It looks a little bit wide here for me, and that's obviously where that is. So if that gap can come in a little few more mil, that gap might come in. And when you look at that bonnet there, the bonnet gaps are going to be really wide if those wings don't come in. So I'm going out today. Right, I have some good news for you. It's been a couple of days, so obviously we're working on this. Let me just... So, last time you saw me, probably 2 weeks ago, I found this. Now I looked high and low at home, and unfortunately for me it wasn't at home, so it was at work. So this is the bracket that fits on to here. I just don't know how it fits on, but if you look at that, I don't know what that means. It's as if there's supposed to be some sort of a bung there. Right, so the bonnet looks like it wants to go down in the middle. You see it there, so it sort of goes down, but I can't get that bonnet to come up. I don't know. Same with that, it sort of goes down there. But if you look there, that's the original inner wing. So if you look there, it's not flush with it, but then it's flush there. It's flusher there, that's the original wing. That's the gap there. It's as if the centre of the bonnet's stuck up in there. Now, when you look at here, I cannot push that wing in. I don't know whether it's that there being right, so I've got that gap to there. Now that thing, that's stuck up there. That's stuck up there, so I'm presuming because of the A panel, the wing, you know, that what can I say, the lip of that wing is sat on top of the A post. So I'm saying that is why that's stuck up in there. When you look under this wing, so when you look under there, that's not too bad. Obviously that corner there, the top of that inner wing needs to come out just to that edge there. Can you see how that wing is sat up there? It's because that's on top of that there. So I may have to cut that off. You see it there, so that's sat up on there. That's all nice there, they're joined together really nicely. Right, so I've just explained that a little bit there. That bonnet is sitting too low. Either the bonnet's sitting too low or the wing is too high. Right, so we know about that. Now this has got a massive gap. Now it's as if that bonnet could come over here a little bit. You know, when you look at that gap, it's really tight. When you look at that one, it's a little loose. Now I haven't clamped that down, I need to push that wing in a little bit. But when you look at this side, that fits really nice. So it's really nice all the way along there. I mean, you can go figure, I don't know. And that bonnet, you can see how low the bonnet fits there. But I'm not going to do anything because that wing's too high. But that bonnet fits a little bit better, but it still needs to come up. But yet, when you go like that, that's really nice, and then it comes to about here and it dips down. So whether the bonnet is slightly damaged, I don't know, because I'm not going to start brutally pulling the bonnet here, there and everywhere. It's really tight, the gap here as well, so that bonnet, I'm going to say, needs to go that way a little bit. I've took all clamps off here, so that obviously can be pulled, you know, push, pulled, pushed. I'm not bothered about that. I haven't got the clamps on that one either. So I might have a do it, just trying to push the bonnet over. See what happens there. It's slowly doing something. It slowly did something then. I'm gonna have another do. That's working, that. Right, so let me show you. So you've just witnessed me. So you've just witnessed me forcing that bonnet. So look at the gap down there. And then look at the gap there. That gap has just closed in now. That wing's sticking up a little bit. I know that. But wow. That's just made a massive difference. The gap here's opened up big time. That gap there's closed. The only thing is that I think the bonnet sits like that. I haven't got a clue. It's ages ago when I did this. Oh! You're falling over everything. Come on, get out of my way. That's beautiful, that. What I'm probably going to do is try and get those wing edges down a little bit at the back, and try and get that bonnet up at the corner at the back. I don't know, but I'm happy where that is. I'm pretty pleased with that. It's took me a few weeks. It's took me a few weeks to try and figure this out in my own head, and I just thought I've got to get in garage and get this thing set up. So in all reality, I've just got a couple of problems in those two corners where that meets up. Yeah, I'm really happy with the way that goes there. They look similar. I don't know whether the bonnet is supposed to be like that or the bonnet's supposed to be like that. If you can put me in comments, because obviously you've got, you know, that there, you can lift that, you know, the thing there, you can lift it up and down, can't you? Obviously it's not on here. Right, going back to yesterday, so this is Sunday, I think we're on 1st of October now. So going back to yesterday, this clamp, so I've talked to Mark Simpson, and I must have this somewhere, so there's a bung that goes in there, so when that goes into that, it sort of holds it in. So that's something else I've got to find now. I can't wait to go finding that. Should be good fun. So I know about that. What I need to do, so overnight I've thought about this, and these are sort of quite high, but when I've looked underneath, they're not touching the inner wing, so they need crimping down into it. And what I'll do, I'll sort of crimp them down and tech screw them on. That one's not as bad. That's not as bad, that. I think that's the highest. That looks higher than that one. So these bonnet bits here, not really concerned myself about that just yet, because I know that needs to come down. I don't know why it's stuck up in there, but I'll worry about that after. But I'm not going to do any of that in this video. So what I'm doing, I'm bringing this to an end. I think it's about 18 minutes or something like that. So hopefully you've enjoyed the episode. The car's coming along fantastically. I've really enjoyed doing that front end after I've had a couple of weeks to think about it. I think it's took me about 8 weeks, that, because I've not been in every weekend. About 4 hours to set that front end up, 3 or 4 hours. Just what I did, I started off at the front, so I started working on it, and I started clamping the front down. the back end won't clamp down. So what I did then, I unclamped the front end and started clamping from the back end, and I found it a lot easier. And I put the bonnet down and clamped the wings to the bonnet like you saw in the video. So I thought working from back to front was better than working from front to back. I just thought I'd say that. I thought it were a little bit easier. So I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.